It's your boy Hustle's Home, and I'm back with another one. And today we're gonna talk about this fight weekend between Jake Paul and Tommy Fury in there. What seemed to be the WBC ranking fight that both fighters was competing for a spot in the WBC ranking so they can continue their title contention. And before this fight, a couple of us knew, like, when Jake Paul first came into the boxing sphere, and we saw that he was a somewhat pay-per-views. Kind of saw the next best thing would be a belt, and to me, I felt like had he gotten close and gotten, let's say, an interim belt, he would have eventually got the Canelo fight. But I mean, that went down the drain this weekend when he was defeated by Tommy Fury. And surprisingly, this fight was surprised to me. I've never hated on Jake Paul, right? I've never said Jake Paul was bad for boxing because I feel like it's way more other things that's terrible for boxing that boxing just blows by. But I always thought that Jake Paul took boxing kind of seriously. I've kind of watched him on and off with his antics before boxing, and I realized like once Jake Paul likes something, he's all in with it. You know what I mean? And boxing is one of them things where I think he's taken pretty seriously. But this fight, even although this fight, I expected this fight to be on some. I expected them to be on some bar fight, rock'em sock'em robot type stuff. And during the fight, the person that surprised me the most, because I picked Jake Paul going into the fight. The person that surprised me the most was Tommy Fury. And I forget what I heard said that they think that the Fury family put in a family effort. I think it was 78 Sports TV who said he think that the Furies put the family effort into making sure Tommy Fury won this fight, and I think they did, man. Like I seen Tommy Fury do things in this fight that I had never seen him do. Like I mean, he's early in his career, so he's still in the developmental stages. But at this point, he's now a contender because he beat Jake Paul. But I seen him working the jab, the signature Fury style jab. I seen him tie up on the inside. I seen him, if you, Tommy Fury surprised me, man. The Tommy Fury that I saw before this fight, I thought Jake Paul was gonna knock this man out in 4 rounds because Jake Paul seemingly has power, but I keep forgetting that Jake Paul is fighting MMA fighters like flat footed, don't know how to take a punch. But I mean, I still give them props because these are professional fighters. These are professional athletes and professional fighters has been doing it their whole life. This man has been freaking Snapchatting or whatever he was doing to get famous to get into boxing. And he had no amateur career. So his first, 6 fights is like these names that, I don't knock him because whose first 6 fights besides Vasily Lomachenko? I can't think of a guy who has first 6 fights of like this motherfucker guy. Champions. He got Anderson Silva. I mean, he beat Anderson Silva last fight. So I mean, I picked Anderson Silva to beat Jake Paul. Jake Paul not. I mean, he did pretty well against Anderson Silva. So I expected Tommy Fury to come in here and get washed, but he didn't. He put the jab. He put that jab on. Jake Paul, and his Jake Paul experience showed for the first time, in my opinion, ever. Like because Jake Paul had no answers. He was doing good things in there, and you could tell like he's learning. He get with the right people. Jake Paul to be good. Jake Paul to be real good as far as like a guy in the 160, because that division 160. What are fighting 160? 160. I forget what it was fighting at, but that division. I mean, I was for the taking, but I mean, come on, we got 154 guys is moving up, so I mean, I don't know what belt they would have gave this man. I think they would have fight 168, 175. I don't know. I ain't really looking too much into it. But salute to them, man. Salute to Jake Paul and Tommy Fury, man. I like the fight. I'm not gonna call it amazing, but it was it was beyond my expectation of what I thought a Jake Paul and Tommy Fury fight would look like. Jake Paul and Tommy Fury was actually boxing in there, bro. I seen I seen feints. I seen a stiff jab. Freaking Jake Paul dropped Tommy Fury with the jab coming in like a counter jab. Like I would like I salute to Jake Paul, salute to Tommy Fury. No, I want Tommy Fury out of there next time, Jake Paul. You know, Jake Paul need to work with some boxers. You know, his athleticism is there. His gas tank, he fought an 8 round fight and he looked good. He didn't look super, he looked just as gas as Tommy Fury, and Tommy Fury is the real boxer. But it is what it is. I love that fight, man. I love that fight. I want to see the second fight. I'm interested to see the second fight and see how much they've grown, how much Jake Paul anyway has grown and getting in the ring with a MMA fighter versus getting in the ring with a boxer, because that back foot is different, man. A lot of fighters can't cut the ring off, you know, because Jake Paul didn't know how to cut the ring off. There's a lot of fighters that can't cut the ring off. Nowadays they disguise their inability to cut the ring off with running. You know, they take the inability of their fighter to cut the ring off and say the ex fighter is running from him. Like, you know, I feel like with David Benavidez, you know, Senior has already put out like he already have a pre-game for when David Benavidez get his head boxed off, which I believe. And he already done put the running thing out there, put the ring in there, and he put a little track. He showed a ring on the phone on Fight Hype, his little track, little, you know, he already done put it, laid it down when he know his flat-footed son finna fight a boxer. But that's neither here nor there. But to that, but at the point at hand, the reason why I really made this video is because earlier I was scouring Twitter and I came across the brother 86 TV, Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and he tweeted something very interesting. You know, he tweeted, here's a tweet. Is a video of I feel like I ain't gonna play it for copyright reasons. This is a Fight Hype video. Go check it out. This dude named Beats, it says, Wilder fans, y'all gonna let Shane talk about your king like that. And it's a video of Tyson Fury's brother talking about this embrace right here that Wilder and Fury embraced in Saudi Arabia, and Knockout Boxing is agreeing. I mean, I am a fan of Wilder, but he ain't lying. He up here calling Wilder all kinds of names because he didn't. I don't know how they were supposed to react. That's my rebuttal. If you see right here at the bottom of this is me. How was he supposed to? What was he supposed to do? Steal off on him? You know, I said I would have ignored him, but I'm gonna bring two scenarios with to the situation to make ignoring them would have been the even the wrong thing. Like, I gotta think. All right, Wilder's in Saudi Arabia with his wife, right? He got his wife in tow. His wife is there and all that. He comes across Fury and a bunch of guys. Fury screams bomb squad, and him and Fury daps up. Now, a lot of people saying, yeah, Wilder was saying Fury cheated. We all saw Fury cheat. So I never based my hypothesis off of Wilder's hypothesis. You know, BFTB and King Pharaoh are the two people that changed my mind, because at first I was like, man, Wilder lost fair and square, and then I could see the still pictures, and then when it was pointed out to me, you could see the man's gloves flopping. And if you watch the UK telecast with Lennox Lewis on it, Lennox Lewis even said something about it during the fight, but I didn't catch it because, you know, I drink and watch the fights all the time. But when people say Deontay Wilder, they kind of insinuating like he could be in fake with dapping up Tyson Fury. I'm like, what is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do in Dubai though? What is he supposed to do? He come up to a man, first of all, as a man and as a husband, I'm the type of dude I think as a man first. I always think as a man. I don't think like I have my biases and all that. But when I'm with my peoples, when I'm with my family, I gotta think as a man and as a protector first. Okay, I got my wife in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? I got my wife in Dubai. I felt like something personal happened between me and another man. I'm not finna jeopardize my wife's safety for nothing. For my pride is not going to get in the way of me protecting my wife. You understand what I'm saying? Let's say that my first solution was I would have ignored Tyson Fury. Okay. Let's say Wilder would have ignored Tyson Fury, and then Tyson Fury and his buddies would have been over there like talking crazy. What if he would have been taunting them and all that? And me, I got hella pride. Like my pride to spill over, and that could possibly cause a even bigger problem. You know, I would have probably went off on him then. Like I would have lost all bearings. You know what I'm saying? So maybe ignoring them wouldn't have been the good thing. Or what if he would have approached him? Hey, blah blah blah. People got to realize like Fury's there with his buddies, bro. All the motherfuckers that can't fly to America, all the motherfuckers is on the no-fly zone list, all the Kinahan, they in Dubai, bro. They in Dubai, they in Saudi Arabia, they in the Middle East, bro. Because there's no extradition. The UK can't get Kinahan from the Middle East. They can't get Kinahan from Saudi Arabia, to my knowledge. They can't get Kinahan from Dubai, from my knowledge. They can't get Kinahan from there. You know what I'm saying? So he in the safe haven. We not gonna pretend like them niggas not there, bro. We're not gonna pretend like the mob ain't at this fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? So people got this emotional, like this fake bravado. Motherfuckers always gotta be figuring out like they gotta poke their chest out and all that. That's not like being a man is way more than that. Being tough should be your very last resort when your family is around. Being tough should be the last thing you thinking about. The first thing you need to be thinking about is protecting your family, brother. And I don't understand why men don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? My wife called me toxic masculine one time. I'm starting to believe her. Because I feel like it's just a lot of niggas got feminine ass energy, bro. Like with all this arguing, like you don't even know, you ain't even got no kind of code. Niggas don't got no kind of code, bro. Like that's the thing. Like that's the thing. I see this in boxing. Is a bunch of feminine ass dudes. This not aimed at Knockout 86 TV. That's my guy. The only reason why I brought him up is because of this Fury thing, and I follow him. He follow me. I don't know if he follow me. I follow him on Twitter. So I felt like he felt like Tyson Fury brother was right. I mean, I get it. Some niggas fake like they keep the same energy all the time. I ain't gonna call no names. A nigga told me one time that he don't fuck with another nigga because he lied to him. I'm like, brother, you obviously don't got no children. You obviously don't got no lady. You obviously don't got no brother, no sister, no mama. Everybody done lied to you, bro. That ain't the reason why you cut nobody off. Everybody done lied to you. Everybody you know and love lied to you before. But you hold this nigga up to a higher degree than you hold yourself and others. See, that's what I don't get about boxing. It's like the people hold the boxers to a higher standard than they hold themselves. My guy in Dubai, to what the and my only question to Knockout 86 TV: what would you have done if you was Wilder? Anybody, and that's for anybody who agree with that sentiment. Oh, Wilder, you got all this kind of venture. It could be two things could happen as a grown man. Two things could be true. You cannot fuck with a nigga and be cordial with the nigga at the same time, bro. It could be true. A nigga could cheat you in a basketball game. A nigga could cheat, because let's be clear, he mad at Fury for cheating him in a sport. He mad at Fury for cheating him in the sport. Okay, the sport, your life is on the line. Your life is on the line in football. Niggas is mad at Brady. You know what I'm saying? But that don't still stop niggas from calling him the GOAT. You know what I mean? Like, two things could be true at the same time. Yes, he could be mad at Fury for cheating him in America. And yes, he could be cordial with the nigga that he felt like that cheated him in a whole different country with all his boys there. But that's just my spiel, man. Niggas just don't. Just for men, I'm gonna just tell you something. Just a piece of advice, bro. Just one piece of advice. If your family is around, you have to be more strategic. Your family got to come before your family got to come before your pride. Your family got to come before your image. If that's not, you're not a man. You're not a man. If that's untrue, bro. If that's untrue, you're not a man. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Hustlers Home. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Hustlers Home. And I'll see you next time.